Let's talk about playing whole songs. Don't. There's very few exceptions, okay? Shout, you play all the way through. Paradise by the Dashboard Light, you play all the way through. Some like B-side, Rosalita, Bruce Springsteen, you play all the way through. They're like, there's exceptions, but generally speaking, do not play whole songs. It doesn't make sense. Now, I get why some DJs play whole songs, right? It makes sense to me. I get why they do. Because it's really because you don't know how to mix, right? If you're new to DJing or you just never learned how to mix, right? You never learned how to beat mix or slam, drop things on the one, just mixing in general. If all you can do is kind of just fade to the next thing, right? You never learned how to mix for whatever reason, then mixing out in the middle of a song, or fading in, like cutting a song off early and fading in the next one in the middle of the song can seem very awkward and intimidating to you, right? And I get that. Okay, so I get why DJs play whole songs. It's because they just don't know how to mix. And if you don't know how to mix and you're just fading from one to the other, it's weird. It's just definitely weird. It's easier to just let the song play out and then play the next song, Or like at least it's at the end of the song, then you kind of fade it out and play the next one. It just seems more fluid, right? It seems more smooth. It kind of sounds crazy to you to ever quick mix because it's just like, well, why would I do that? It'll sound like shit. And it's because you just don't know how to mix. So my first point of advice is learn how to mix. You have to learn how to mix at this point. I was there years ago. I was there in 2003, 2004, DJing weddings, not mixing at all, teaching, emceeing it, right? Because when wedding DJs started becoming a thing, people got into DJing weddings, not to DJ, to MC, to be an entertainer. That's why you got into weddings. You didn't get into weddings to be a DJ. That was just a side effect. Like you had to know how to, basically use DJ equipment. You had to know how to, fade from one song to another. You had to know how to, pick the songs and all that. Like that was part of it. Like that was a side effect. But the real reason why you got into DJing, the real art of it back in the day was your MC skills, how you entertained, how you taught dances, interacted with the crowd. That was the real skill back in the day. That's what worked. Mixing, I would argue that, if you went to a wedding in 2004, 2005, and before that, quick mixed, it wouldn't have worked back then. It wouldn't have, because the crowds were different, okay? They were less dialed in. They've never been exposed to that sort of thing before, okay? So I get why DJs don't mix. I get why there's still leftover of these DJs that don't mix at all, that just fade to the next song, play entire whole songs, and that's it. I get it. I get why there's still leftovers. But I'm here to tell you that it's never too late to learn. And you're not going to last long if you don't learn. You're just not. Crowds are different now. People are more dialed in now. They realize that mixing is a thing. They don't want to hear entire songs. We have a whole generation of people that scroll on TikTok and Instagram all day. Every 3 seconds, they get a new piece of content. You think they want to sit through an entire 4-minute song at a wedding while dancing? You think they're going to sit through that? You think they're going to just keep dancing through that? No, they're going to leave. It's just going to be very hard. People will dance. People will pity dance, right? We'll just dance to dance because they love the couple and they just want to have a good time and they want the wedding to be a good time. They want the wedding to be successful. People will dance, right? But eventually that's going to wear out. If you have a good crowd, they'll dance up front, but eventually it's going to taper off. And if you're watching this and you play whole songs and you don't mix at all, this is familiar to you, right? How many weddings have you had where it was pretty good up front, but then it kind of tapered off, right? It's very few and far between where you have a wedding that's bumping until the very end. It's very few and far between. And that's because you're playing whole songs and you're boring the shit out of people. I disagree with playing 2 verses in most cases, okay? There's only certain cases where I play 2 verses. I think generally speaking, DJs should play the best parts of every song. I don't care what you're DJing. A corporate party, a Sweet 16, a wedding, a quinceañera, a club, a bar, a fucking barbecue. I don't care what you're DJing. You should not be playing full songs. You should be playing the best parts of songs, okay? And knowing what the best parts of the songs are to play is something that you constantly evolve with. It's something you're constantly learning, right? Every wedding, I would say, I play a new song and I realized I might have played it a little too long or I might have cut it off a little too short. And then I make a mental note for next time. Almost always. I'm constantly learning. As I'm trying new songs out, you figure stuff out. For example, Spice Girls, right? I'm getting into, when I started quick mixing and everything, right, and getting good at it, I would play Spice Girls. I'd play that chorus, if you want to be my lover, and then I'd fade out. Not fade out, but I'd mix out and I'd get out of it, right? Well, one time I had someone come up to me and be like, you missed the rap at the end. How are you going to miss the rap at the end? Oh, here's a story about him and me, whatever. I don't even know the rap. But there's a rap at the end. I think it's like Scary Spice or some shit. Ever since then, I'm like, holy shit, I should skip to the rap. So I skip to the rap. So I play the first verse, the chorus, the rap, the chorus, and I'm out. Those are the best parts of the song. That's a 2-verse mix, right? There's not too many of those, but the 2-verse mixes are necessary. It's the best parts. A couple ones I learned recently. No Hands by Waka Flocka, right? I posted a mix on TikTok, right? So this is recent. It's like 2 months ago. I'm always learning about this. You always have to pay attention to this. I posted a mix on TikTok. I mixed out of No Hands by Waka Flocka in the first chorus. Multiple people in the comments flamed me. They're like, yo, how the hell are you going to skip the next verse? Who does the next verse? Oh, God, apparently it's a legendary verse. Like the second verse of No Hands is a legendary verse and everybody knows it. So I was like, all right. And I asked Santi because Santi's younger and he's like, yeah, dude, it's a legendary verse. I'm like, okay. So then the next wedding, I left it on for 2 verses. The second verse, everybody knew every word to. Now, from now on, I play 2 verses of No Hands. Sierra, 1-2 Step. I just remembered that at the end of 1-2 Step, there's that break. It's I'm on it to me on a dance floor, and then it goes to that rap or whatever, right? Like it's like towards the end. It's like a break, and then it goes right into the rap. I just remember that everybody knows that part. I remember that part from when I was in high school. We used to rap that part. So literally, I think it was like the last month, I started skipping to that second verse of 1-2 Step. And it goes off every time because everybody knows that. But these are the very few exceptions. There's other songs where I just play the chorus. What's the Biz Marquee song? You got what I need, right? I just play the chorus and I am out. I'll play the chorus twice, let everybody sing along, and I'm out. You want to know why? Because nobody wants to hear, have you ever heard a story about the girl? Or like however to go. I literally don't know words of anything, by the way, guys. So this is probably like brutal to you. But like, I just play the chorus because that's all everybody, the verses are too boring. They might be fire verses. You might love them. You might know every word, but the average person doesn't. They just know that you got what I need part. That's all they know. And I'm out. So quick mixing is about identifying the best parts of the songs. And you're not going to do it all at once. You're not going to know it right up front, okay? You're going to know a lot, but you're going to learn a lot too. You're going to learn from mistakes. And you just got to make mental notes and realize what parts of songs you need to play, and that's it. And it changes too. I bet you 20 years from now, if I play 1-2 Step, nobody's going to know that rap at the end because it's too old. Because it's like, oh, well, nobody, like, oh, it's only people like my age who were there when a song came out that knows that rap at the end. So when my audience, 10, 20 years from now is like 10, 20 years older, they're not going to know that rap at the end. So maybe I don't play that rap at the end. Like, it'll evolve. Everything evolves. You're constantly evolving with how you mix, what parts you mix. It's constantly evolving. So like, there's no like, I can't just sit here and tell you like how to quick mix like that. You have to figure it out on your own. But the general rule is you play the best parts of the song and you keep it moving. And the best way to do that, the only way to do that, is to be able to beat mix and just mix in general, dropping on the one, just mixing in general. You got to be able to do with your eyes closed. And I realize a lot of DJs never focused on mixing because that's not why they got into wedding DJing. It was just something they had to learn how to use a mixer just to play the songs that they're teaching line dances to or that they're entertaining to. I get that, but now you have to. If you want to have any longevity in this career, you have to learn how to proficiently mix. And you have to know what the best parts of the song are and have to be able to mix proficiently enough where you can just mix one chorus and be out. You got to be quick with it. If you're not good at mixing, it takes you a while to get the beat and get it down. Then before you know it, you missed your mix and now you're playing a second, third verse and you're losing the people. That's why I mean you have to be super, super proficient at it. And it takes practice. And there's just no excuse not to learn at this point. We have the internet, we have TikTok, we have YouTube. There is millions of videos out there with DJs literally showing you how to do it, how to phrase it correctly, how to match it up, different styles, different ways. There's tons of content out there. It's not like the 90s where you had to buy a VHS tape somewhere of like a performance and then like try and mimic the performance because they're not showing you how to do it. They're just doing it live, right? Like this isn't the 90s. The information is out there. It's insane. All you got to do is take some time out of your day and watch the videos and then set up your shit in your house and practice and practice and practice and practice some more and practice some more. Now you even have somewhere to practice at. Twitch. Make a Twitch account and stream live and then mix and make mistakes live and then mix, because there's no pressure. It's Twitch. Who cares? If there's 2 people watching, who gives a shit? Just mix on Twitch. Put in your 10,000 hours of mixing. Stop focusing on MCing. Mixing. You got the MCing down. You're good. The guy I saw at this wedding, solid MC. Solid. There's still little things but that's style shit. That's subjective shit. You know what I mean? Like, I have my MC style. Everybody has their own MC style. There's nothing for me like concrete to like tell you guys about. It doesn't. He did a good job. He knew how to MC. He's been DJing weddings for years. I could tell. He just never learned how to mix. And there's so many of you out there. And I hope if one person can see me yelling this at the camera and change their mind and actually learn how to mix, it will pay you so many dividends. It's unreal. And any of you that are in a market saying that, oh, well, long mixing works, people want to hear the entire song, you are dead fucking wrong. You never tried quick mixing because you don't know how. And because if you knew how, you would do it and it would work. There's no way it wouldn't work. If you've tried quick mixing and it didn't work, you're just not doing it right. It's just a fact. Put your ego to the side and just listen to me on this. Please listen to me on this, okay? It will work anywhere. If you're in a market where no one quick mixes, where everyone plays the whole song, and you still have decent weddings, if you learned how to proficiently mix and started quick mixing and just playing the best parts of songs, you will blow your market out of the water. You will be the most expensive DJ there. You'll be able to double your price. You would blow people's minds, and you will be a celebrity in your market. You will be the shit. You will be the greatest DJ of all time in your market, if your market happens to be that far behind. And also, think about it from a product standpoint. If you quick mix, you're playing more songs, which is better, right? I mean, what's better? A DJ that plays 40 songs, which, 40 songs for the entire dance set is like, all the top 40 hits, same songs you hear at every wedding, or a DJ that plays 200 songs during a wedding, literally 200 different songs. You're getting a better bang for your buck. It's a better value for the customer. More songs you play, the better. I'm not saying play like 3-second snippets and like try, like, it's not like a race to, whoever plays the most songs are the best, but like more songs generally, if you're just playing the best parts and you're playing them correctly, more songs is way better than less songs. It's a better bang for your buck. I'm telling you, like, I don't understand. Every time I talk about this, I always see comments where DJs are just like baffled and just like tell me I'm wrong. And it breaks my heart, because these are the same DJs that complain about, oh, these brides are price shopping. Oh, these brides, I can't get the money I want to get. I got to charge $1,000. I can't charge more than that because they're not going to pay it. They don't value the DJ. They don't value the DJ because you go and DJ and you play the same music that everybody else plays, and you just fade it in and out. And even a step further, there's some good DJs out there that are good mixers that know what they're doing, that still play 2 verses because they're scared. Still play too long, still mix too long because like they think like, oh, it's a wedding, so I gotta play slower. You club DJs that are going in the wedding market, play it like a club. Exactly how you play like a club, play that. Do that. Just insert some older songs for the wedding peeps. Other than that, play it like a club. Okay? Don't dumb down. If you're a good mixer and you're getting into weddings, don't dumb down your skills just because you think it's a wedding crowd and they're not dialed in and they're not gonna like it if you move too fast. That's bullshit. Okay? That's bullshit. Read your crowd. Look up at your crowd, all right? Figure out what the best parts of the song are. Play those. Keep it moving. Quick mix. And mix in general. Trust me. Any of you who don't take my advice, you're not going to be around in 5 years, or if you are around, you're going to be one of those you're just going to be at the low end. You're not going to make a lot of money. You're going to be miserable. You're not going to be having good parties, and you're going to be dealing with the type of clientele that doesn't value the DJ because they're paying such a low price for it. And they are the worst kind of clientele you can ever have. They don't give a shit about you. You are a vendor and you do what I say, and that's it. It's a terrible, like, doing cheap weddings is the worst. It literally is the worst. Like, the worst weddings I've ever had in my life were when I was doing weddings for $600 at fire halls and stuff, because those are people that don't value the DJ and they micromanage everything. They're very hard to work for. And generally speaking, you're not going to have a lot of success at your parties. If you just learn how to mix and master this and like really like work at it and incorporate your part, you're going to have so much fun. It's going to reinvigorate your entire career. You're going to have so much fun. You're going to be able to charge more. Life will be great. Just please take my advice. Please.